We are hearing Bhagavad Gita. Yesterday we heard, for the knowledge of the relationship of the Jiva with the Lord is superior to Abhyas Yoga. Concentration coupled with this knowledge is better than dry abstract knowledge of Brahman, and renunciation of all fruits of actions is better than concentration, which shuns all actions. After such surrender of fruits of action, Bhakti Yoga becomes ensured, and peace or eternal bliss is then attained. And then we heard that, O Arjuna, Bhakti Yoga is the means of attaining Nirupadik Prem, unalloyed love. This Bhakti Yoga is of two kinds, and their twofold functions are mentioned in the previous shloka. That is Vaidhi and Rag. Knowledge of God is superior to Abhyas. Dhyan, which is the result of Abhyas, is superior to Gyan or dry wisdom, because contemplation about my reality facilitates Dhyan. So one who already realized God is superior to one who is practicing, doing Abhyas to get that knowledge. And when one does Abhyas, then he will get Dhyan, meditation on God, which is superior to Gyan. Because contemplation about my reality facilitates Dhyan. When meditation on me becomes steady and complete, thirst for celestial enjoyment or even moksha disappears, because getting higher taste and higher wisdom, automatically you will not be attracted to those. So the surrender of all fruits of actions and even of moksha is superior to Dhyan. Vrita's prayer to the Supreme Lord is, we heard yesterday this Vritasura's verse, O the fountainhead of all glories, I do not crave for Brahma Loka, Indra Loka, suzerainty of the worlds, suzerainty, I think this is sovereignty. I will open suzerainty. And kingship of the nether worlds, fulfillment of asceticism, and even final beatitude, or anything else save and except the suzerainty means a position of control by a sovereign or state over another state that is internally autonomous. Yes, like sovereignty is similar. So we, Britasur, it is in Bhagavatam, Chitraketu Maharaj, he had 10,000 wives or even more, and a crore is there, it is written, that is 10 million I think, but Gurudev said it means many wives, not literary that much, but means many. And he had all wealth and everything he had, even he had knowledge of Supreme Lord and everything, not realized, but knowledge. But he was still unhappy because he did not have a son. Gurudev said, always there is something missing. how much you have. Someone is having son but not having wealth or a beautiful wife or something. Always you think, if I will get that, then I will be happy. So he had everything except son, and he was unhappy. So one day Angira Rishi came, because this Chitraketu Maharaj, he was serving sadhus when they were coming, and he was religious minded. So Angira Rishi came, and Chitraketu Maharaj served him, washed his feet and everything. And Angira Rishi came there out of compassion to give him Brahma Gyan, transcendental knowledge, but he saw in the face that Chitraketu Maharaj was unhappy something. Then he inquired, then he said, yes, I know everything, but I'm unhappy because I don't have a son. You please bless me. Then Angira Rishi understood that now he is not yet ready for receiving transcendental knowledge, because his mind is so much clouded by this desire for a child. He cannot think of anything else. So Angira Rishi made one yagya and kir. From that yagya, he said, you give it to one of your queens and she will have child, but this child will give you happiness and distress, both. But King Chitraketu thought, I will be happy because I will have a son. Maybe he will not be so good at school, so I will be little unhappy. Or maybe he will be naughty or something. But anyhow, that is no problem. I will be happy by having a son. This was his thinking. But Angira Rishi had another thinking, which he will realize later. So then Chitraketu Maharaj gave that kir to one of his queens, and she got a son. Then king was so happy, and then before he used to visit all wives equally, but now being attached to that son, he was visiting more this wife, because she gave birth to son and also to visit son. So other queens felt neglected, and they became envious, and they thought the cause of our misery is this child. So they conspired together, and they gave poison to the milk which was being fed to that child through that maidservant. And he died. They gave poison when he was about, I don't know, 4 or 6 years old or something. And mother was mourning so much, lamenting. You will find in Bhagavatam, when we read Bhagavatam, there it is in elaborately how much she was lamenting. And king also, he was totally out of himself. And even those queens, they were crying crocodile tears to show that they are also unhappy, but actually they gave poison. In Puranas, you will see many things like this, killing and envy, and this is not only now happening. All the time, this is there in conditioned souls. So, then at that time, Angira Rishi came again, and this time together with Narad Goswami. And king was lamenting in front of the body of child when they came, and he was so much out of himself that he did not even recognize the same Angira Rishi came. So he asked, who are you? Then he said, I am that same Angira Rishi. I gave you this child. I already told you, this child will give you happiness but also distress. But the king did not understand that this means this, that all relations, body relations, they are non-eternal. Sooner or later one will die, and there will be separation, grief. But he had to give him this experience, otherwise he will have this illusion that this will give me full happiness. Because he thought if I will get child, then I will be happy. So he had to give him this experience, and this little touched the Chitraketu Maharaj, and Angira Rishi told to Narad, you give him mantra for the worship of Supreme Lord, but Narad could understand that he is not yet fully ready. He is still having that attachment, so even if I give mantra, he will not be able to concentrate, so there is no use. So then Narad Goswami called that son's jiva, soul of that son, back to the body and inquired from him, why you are going from this place? You don't see how your parents, they are crying for you. Why you want to go to some other place? You should be kind to your parents. Then that jiva, soul in that child, she asked Nara. This is also arrangement by Nara, because he wanted to totally remove that thing which was still remaining. That child first asked, which parents do you mean? I had many parents, and in different species also, different parents. Lion and lioness, or elephant and this, and so many parents. Which parents you mean? Because the thing is, we think I produced a child, but it is not so. That soul is existing before already. You don't create a child. What kind of soul will come depends on his karma and the parents' karma. What kind of soul will come? But that soul was existing before already, that person. No one is anyone's child or parent or like this. That is illusory vision. So he asked in this way, which parents you mean? I had many. Then many things he spoke, Tattva Gyan, transcendental knowledge, and he said, because of my karma at that time, much time I had here, so now by the will of Supreme Lord I have to go another place. And he was explaining everything, and everyone was hearing, king and queens and this mother, all were hearing. And after hearing this knowledge by the grace of Narad through that jiva, then finally they were released from that ignorance, and they stopped lamenting. And even those wives who killed him, they were repenting for their sinful act out of envy, and they asked how to atone for that sin. So then Narad Goswami gave mantra to Chitraketu Maharaj, and he was worshipping Shankarshan Bhagavan, and ultimately he got his darshan, realization, became pure devotee. And Shiva is also worshipper of Shankarshan, and they are god brothers, Chitraketu Maharaj and Shiva. So one day when Chitraketu was going and he came to Shiva to visit, he saw in the assembly of many people, Shiva was fully naked and Parvati on his lap sitting. and he was sitting there. Then when Chitraketu came, when he saw, then he said, ah, like this, he said. Then Parvati, of course, playing the pastime, because this lila has to happen. Parvati understood he is thinking bad about Shiva. He does not know that he is pure. He is criticizing Shiva by making this sound. So then she cursed him that you should become a demon. Then, because he is a devotee, he accepted. Yes. But he explained to her, actually, I did not mean what you thought. I know about Shiva. We are God brothers. I know he is a pure devotee. There is no any lust or any improper thing in him. I know. But seeing this, I thought about those other persons who will misunderstand the character of Shiva, and they will think bad of him. So I felt sorry for them. They will be ruined by such thinking. That is why I said, thinking about those people, oh, they will commit offense. It is not good for them. So sometimes means now in Kali Yuga, there is so much misunderstanding in communication. One person says something and another person will understand it another way as this person meant it, and like this, or cheating, or so many things. So here also we see there was a misunderstanding. And then Shiva said to Parvati, Parvati, you did wrong. And out of anger you cursed him. And you see, he's a Vaishnava. Although he has a power to counteract your curse, but he did not, he tolerated. This is also a quality of sadhu, which no one else has. If someone inflicts some harm on us or something, then we will immediately want to take revenge. It is by nature, but sadhu has no any such thing, because he is tolerant as a tree. Although he has power, Shiva said he has power, he is a pure devotee, he can immediately counteract this, but he did not. So this is the power of Vaishnava. So then Parvati was also repenting. But Chitraketu Maharaj said, no fault. It is by the will of Supreme Lord, and I am accepting your curse. So in his next life, he became Vritasur, demon, by birth. But in heart, he is a pure devotee. And it is there in Bhagavatam that Brihaspati, guru of demigods, he became disturbed, something there, and he left. Because Indra did something, I forgot, in Bhagavatam is there. So, yes, he neglected when Brihaspati came, and Indra did not give proper respect. Then Brihaspati became disturbed, and again he came more in front of Indra, and Indra did not pay proper respect. Then Brihaspati became angry and went away. So now they are without guru who will guide them. Then I forgot that who someone said there is a son of that one Brahmin. He's young, but he's very good. You can take him as your guru. You can take mantra from him, he said to Indra. But there is, yes, Brahma told to Indra that boy, he is capable of being your guru. But one thing is there, but you should not mind about that. he is in favor of demigods, but he also has some weakness for demons. So you should not mind about that. That cannot harm you anything. So Indra said, okay. Then they went to him and surrendered, and they got mantra. Then after some time, after 1 year, I think, then this guru was doing some yagya and was offering oblation to demigods, uttering their names loudly. And one demigod was sitting there also. But at the end of that yagya, he also, with less sound, he also offered some to demons. He gave their names. Then that demigod became disturbed. And he came to Indra and said, you know, our Gurudev, he is offering to us, but also to demons, something. Then Indra already forgot what Brahma told him. Brahma told him, you don't mind about this, it cannot harm you. But Indra was enraged and he killed his own Guru. Gurudev said, this is also possible. When we have some other ulterior desires, even we are capable of killing Guru. It is in scripture. So powerful is this other desires, and when it is not fulfilled, such anger can come. Anything may happen. It is very powerful, that anger. So he killed Guru. But he had to suffer much because of that. And the father of that Guru, Trashti Muni, he became disturbed. And he started one yagya by which some demon will appear who will kill Indra. That was his intention. But he pronounced in a wrong way. In Karma Kand, you have to be very careful how you pronounce the mantras. It's very important. In Bhakti Mark, the bhab is more important. Even if you say wrongly something mantra, but if you have proper mood, Krishna will accept that. But here, he had another intention, but uttering mantra wrongly, he said more loudly Indra Shatru something instead of Indra Shatru. Some pronunciation. So his intention was, from this yagya, one demon should appear who will kill Indra. But his pronunciation was, some demon will appear whom Indra will kill. So then from that yagya, Vritasur came out. Means Chitraketu Maharaj, pure devotee. This is all lila by Supreme Lord. He makes how he arranges everything. Then there was a big fight between demons and demigods. And demigods, they were winning. They were cutting all the weapons of demons and they were fleeing, running away, demons. And Vritasur said, what is this? Are you a warriors or what? You should lay down your body on a battlefield. How you are running away? Are you a warriors? Cowards die many times before they die. But real warrior will die only once. Coward will not. And you are fleeing from the battle. You are actually not the sons of your parents. You are their urine and stool of your parents. He was rebuking so much them. But still they were not, they were running away. And demons, they were running after them and killing them. No, demigods. And then Vritasur became angry on them. You are killing people who are running away for their life. They are afraid. They are not fighting with you and you are killing in this way. What is this? Because Kshatriya, there are some rules and this. So demon also said, what is this you are killing? Then Vritasur became so angry and made a very loud sound by which all demigods, they fell down unconscious. And stepping on them, he was killing them. Not fighting, only stepping on them. With such pressure, they were killed. Then he came in front of Indra, and the point was that Indra got one weapon from the bones of Dadichi Muni. There was one Dadichi Muni, he was doing a lot of tapasya. So demigods, on the advice of, I think maybe Supreme Lord or someone, I forgot that detail, he told them, in order to kill that demon, very strong demon Vritasur, the bones of that Dadichi Muni, that can kill him. It's very powerful bones. He's doing so much tapasya. So Dadichi Muni also, when they approached him, he said, yes, it is the nature of sadhu to give away whatever he has to others for the benefit of others. So he gave his own body for the benefit of others. And they made that weapon, and Indra had. So Vritasur now told to Indra, you kill me. No, before that already Indra threw some weapon and Vritasur caught that weapon by left hand and threw back and hit that elephant Airavat on which Indra is sitting, and he was dead, Airavat. But Indra had that power to revive him. So, but he was ashamed that this happened. He also fell down. And then, when they were standing in front of each other, Indra and Vritasur, then Vritasur said, you kill me. You throw that weapon. I am your greatest enemy. As long as I live, you will have no peace. So you throw that weapon. Sri Hari is behind that. That weapon, I know, that was made to kill me. You kill me. You throw that weapon. Then Indra thought, why he's speaking like this? No one wants to die. I think he knows the technique of retaliation. He will again throw that back to me. So Indra was hesitating, and Vritasur understood that Indra is hesitating. Then he said, no, you kill me. I am your greatest enemy. I want to die because I will go to Supreme Lord. I am being cursed. I will go to Supreme Lord. You kill me. Then Indra was surprised how he is speaking such, even he is prepared to die and he will go to Supreme Lord, so he is a great devotee. So surely Supreme Lord will give him this heavenly kingdom. He's better devotee than me. This Indra was thinking like this. And Vritasur again understood what he's thinking. He said, no, Supreme Lord will not give me that kingdom. He will give it to you. You don't worry about this. You kill me. Because whom Supreme Lord thinks his own person, their person, he will never give him worldly property, because that is harmful. It will cause tension and so many things. So you don't worry. He will give to you. He will not give to me. I'm his one-pointed devotee. You kill me. Then Indra was again thinking, he's such a devotee, great devotee. He's speaking, I'm devotee, but he's also devotee, but he's greater devotee. Surely Supreme Lord will give to him. And he was hesitating. And Gurudev explained that one who has lost himself, he will see everyone else has lust. Everyone is moving in this world for lust, even sadhus. And one who has desire for money, he will see everyone in this world, they are only after money. And one who wants name and fame, he will see everyone in this world, they only want name and fame. Because their eyes are blinded in this way, the glasses filter, they will see like this. But one who is a devotee, he's seeing all are serving Krishna, directly or indirectly. I'm not serving. And Vritasur again said, even if some devotee, for the sake of argument, desires some material property from Supreme Lord, still Supreme Lord will not give him. He will put obstacle to that. That is his compassion. And Gurudev explained, generally we think we will worship Supreme Lord and we will get money, we will get this, we will get this. So if Supreme Lord is putting obstacle, then how he is kind, how he is graceful. We think like that. Because we are not pure devotees. We don't understand what is in our real necessity. Only pure devotee can understand that this is actually grace of Krishna, that he's putting obstacle to me, or means to a devotee getting some worldly things. He will put obstacle, will not give. Like mother will not allow her child to eat something which is not good for him. So Vritasur says, you kill me. That weapon will work. But Indra was hesitating. Then Vritasur thought, this is useless, this Indra. I will pray to Supreme Lord. He's does not want to kill me. Really, Chitraketu Maharaj, now Vritasur, he's a pure devotee in demon body. Then he was praying to Supreme Lord that, oh Supreme Lord, you please come to me. And he told, at that time he told this verse, I don't want anything. I don't want Nanaka Prishtam, na Parameshtam, na Sarvomam, na Joga Siddhir Apunarva. I heard once this Gurudev personally, he told me for Joga Siddhi. He's telling, I don't want anything. Nanaka Prishtam, na Param. Let me open, because it is very important verse. It says, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that na dhanang, na janang, na sundarim, it is from Bhagavatam. You will hear. Sixth canto. Vritrasur. Yes. Nanaka prishtam na cha parameshtyam na sarva bhaumam na rasadipatyam na joga siddhir apunar bhavam va samanja sattva virahaya kankshe. I don't want anything. I don't want Dhruva Loka. I don't want heavenly planets or Brahma Loka where Brahma resides. Their happiness is very great. Nor do I want to be a supreme ruler of the earthly planets or the lower planetary systems. I do not desire to be master of the powers of mystic yoga. Nor do I want liberation. If I have to give up your lotus feet. So this verse here we heard, I don't want anything else save and except thee. And then he was praying that, I'm remembering this because Gurudev was speaking this on Harikatha. He said our Gurudev used to speak this to us, that we should give attention to these prayers of Vritasur. Very important. Only one who has actual devotion to Krishna, he will understand how Krishna is merciful when he's giving obstacle for getting some worldly things. And then Vritasur is praying directly to Supreme Lord. I want you to come to me. I'm in great separation grief. Like one baby who is waiting for his mother to bring food. Baby cannot fly, cannot do anything. He's dependent on mother when she will come. Like that, he's crying. And another example better than this one is when calf is waiting for cow to feed him. And another better example is when wife is someplace and husband had to go some other place and she's feeling separation grief. He's earning money somewhere else and she's writing letters, you please come. And he said, no, I will send some friends. She said, no, I want you. This example he said. But then Gurudev said, he became humble, Vritasur, that I'm not such a devotee, elevated devotee, that Supreme Lord will come to me. I desire his service, but I'm not such great devotee that he will come. So then he said next, the last verse, O my Lord, my Master, I am wandering through this material world as a result of my fruitive activities. Therefore, I simply seek friendship in the association of your pious and enlightened devotees. My attachment to my body, wife, children, and home is continuing by the spell of your external energy, but I wish to be attached to them no longer. Let my mind, my consciousness, and everything I have be attached only to you. Here Gurudev explained in this last verse, he's telling, I cannot demand, I don't deserve that Supreme Lord will come to me. So it is my prayer, O Supreme Lord. As long as I am in this world, according to my karma, let that go as it must go. That is okay. I don't mind. What I want is association of your pure devotees. That is what I want. Because in their association I can get your service, I can get your devotion. So it is very important. So here we came to know that when one does Bhakti Yoga and has meditation on Supreme Lord, then thirst for celestial enjoyment, Indra, what Indra is having such pleasure we cannot imagine, sense gratification, or even moksha. Devotees, they don't want this because there is no service of Krishna. So really Britrasur, he did not want that heavenly planets. He was not fighting with Indra for that. Indra thought he's fighting for my heavenly this. And Indra became afraid he wants. And he's greater devotee than me, so Krishna surely will give to him. But he said, no, he will not give to me. So this we have to understand, that one who has devotion to Supreme Lord, he cannot have any other desires. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, a true worshipper of Harinam, during Kartik we are hearing, has no other desire except service of Krishna. No liberation, mystic powers, nothing. 14 worlds, yesterday we heard, there is example. Haridas Thakur. Maya Devi, first prostitute came, he rescued her. Then Maya Devi, that means pleasure of whole 14 planetary systems. All pleasure she is providing. So she came to offer herself to him. But Haridas Thakur had no any attraction for this. Why? Because already he is attracted to Krishna by chanting his name purely, without offenses. So Maya could not attract. Maya ultimately submitted to Haridas Thakur, so it is there. So we can understand how far we progressed by checking these results. How much devotion I developed for Krishna, how much I realized the sweetness of Krishna, and how much I am not attracted to any other thing for enjoyment. So this is Britra's prayer, Britrasur. And here it is further, Shanti or cessation of sensuous pleasures is attained, and a corresponding uparati or attachment for my sensuous gratification arises when the formidable desires of enjoyment and renunciation are shunned by all means. So when one practices Bhakti Yoga, then Shanti will come, which means cessation of sensuous pleasures. You will not be interested. And also you will get corresponding uparati, that is attachment, corresponding according to our rasa, that type of attachment, for my sensuous gratification. Devotee, his desire is only to satisfy, to gratify these transcendental senses of Krishna. No any other desires. This is real devotee, real servant. He only wants to serve. And by serving, being in his natural function, that is giving him real fulfillment. Though that is not his target. His target is to satisfy Krishna, but doing that, he becomes fully happy, fulfilled. Because that is natural function, and that bliss, that sort of enjoyment is not impure, it is pure. Sarvatma snapanam parangvijay. That is pure because it is natural function. But sometimes devotees even, they are disturbed. If they get some ecstatical symptoms, they feel disturbed. They feel, no, why this? It is obstructing my service to Krishna. My eyes are, tears are there. I cannot fan properly and like this. So really they don't have any self-seeking, means seeking any self-pleasure. Atmendriya priti vancha tare boli kam. Krishnendriya priti icha dhore pregnam. Lust or kama is when one thinks about his own happiness. And prema is when one thinks to satisfy the senses of Krishna. That is real devotee. And then those formidable desires of enjoyment and renunciations are shunned by all means. Krishna Nishta Trishna Tyag. That is the first stage of pure devotion, when one is fully devoted to Krishna and has no any other desires. Then that is developed about how deeply or how much they are serving. There is a gradation, but Shantaras means Krishna Nishta Trishna Tyag. No other desires except his adoration, his service, his admiration. In Shantarasa it is admiration or adoration, not any practical service yet, but in Dasya that starts. So this we can awaken in our heart, this pure devotion, by keeping the company of pure devotees and following their instructions. Then gradually we can come to this, and it is quite natural for our soul, for ourselves. This is healthy, but now we are diseased because of being averse to Krishna and developed so much these false egos and false desires, and all this, like a kind of disease or addiction. So treatment is necessary to turn our taste, and we can get that following the direction of pure devotee. Gradually we can get. Raghunath Das Goswami, he wanted to go with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu said, no, now you cannot go with me, and don't show externally that you are so advanced and so renounced. Don't show this, because it is not true. We have many things inside. So now you go back home and you do all things, and internally you worship Krishna. Then when proper time will come, then you will be able to come to me. Gradually one can cross over this Maya, not all of a sudden, and not by some imitation of advancement or like this. So there are many stages of devotion and many levels of practice of devotion. So step by step we can reach, and those steps are given by bona fide guru. According to our present situation, bona fide guru will engage us. Bona fide guru means one who has realization. He is capable of giving this. Otherwise, if no realization, then he will like for all same, or maybe wrong or something. He must have realization. Then proper practice will come according to level. Then gradually we can come to this point, like Dhritarashtra is praying, because already he was a pure devotee from previous birth as Chitraketu Maharaj. He already got darshan. You will find in Bhagavatam, he got darshan. He was doing much bhajan. Then he got darshan of Shankarshan. He is a pure devotee. So that is why he could say like this. We are unable to say from the heart, I don't want anything. I only want you, Krishna. That is why we are not getting. Otherwise we will get. But we have to practice under the guidance of pure devotee. Then one day, Gurudev told me, one day will come when you will be able to say like this. Then that same moment Krishna will come. So then next verse. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara samadukha sukhakhami santushtah satatam yogi yatatmadrida nishchayaha may arpita mano buddhir yomad bhakta same priyaha. See, Ashanta Bhakta is naturally free from malice. He does not envy even those who envy him. On the other hand, he is friendly to them, because seeing all are related to Krishna, like Prahlad. He is always kind to those who have gone astray from the path of devotion. So karuna means compassion. He always wants that jiva should accept service of Krishna. That is real kindness, compassion. He is always indifferent to his home. That is to say, free from mundane attachment. That is nirmamo. He does not consider anything his own. Everything belongs to Krishna. And is not vain of his mundane qualities and acquisitions, not proud of. He is balanced in pleasure and pain. Sama dukkha sukha. Sometimes we get some worldly thing and we are very happy. Sometimes we lose, then we are unhappy. So in all circumstances, he is balanced. Seeing everything is grace of Krishna. So he's balanced. He's not so much tossed. Despite strong cause for provocation, he is forbearing and forgiving. Because no any other desire is there. He has no desire for any worldly prestige or anything. He's already beyond that. Shanta Aras, that is not so easy to get. Krishna Nishta Trishna Tek, no any other desire. So even someone may provoke him or some circumstance, something, but he will not be. Provocation. He will not be disturbed. But he will tolerate and he will forgive also all mistakes, like Ambarish Maharaj, Haridas Thakur, so many examples. So, by devotional practice, we can attain all these qualities. We cannot imitate them, because some circumstances will come, it will provocate you. It will provocate and you will be unbalanced. But when you will be free from all mundane, these egos and desires, and you will be on transcendental platform, then you can. But we can attain this gradually. There is no use of trying to imitate this for the sake of showing how great devotee I am. No, that some circumstance will come, it will be proved that you are not. So better to be sincere and serve Krishna under the guidance of pure devotee, then gradually anarthas and this all will go, ignorance, then we can attain this. And it is quite natural for devotee. He is Trinada Pisunichana, Tarora Pisahisnana, Amani Namana, Dena Kirtanya Sadahuri, always serving. And all these qualities are naturally coming to him when he's on transcendental platform. Tomorrow we will hear further about the qualities of real pure devotees.